Hey, what's going on Facebook and later on YouTube, and now we have the youngsters Instagram with us. All right, so guys, my name is Kimberly Prosperity. I am out of Pooler, Georgia, and let me take some sea moss right quick. Hey, what's going on? Benjamin, you're new to me, right? So just a lot of y'all are new to me, and so just to tell you right quick, woo, Georgia bugs. Oh, sorry. I might have to make a quick exit. But a lot of y'all are new to me, and I just want to tell you right quick, my story is basically like been on the entrepreneurship path for years, but post-divorce it really made me want to accelerate my progress toward the goal of becoming financially free. That took me from entrepreneurship, like how to make sales, to hold up, I got some money now, my credit is shot. I got this money, but why throw it away paying high interest rates? So then I went on this credit journey. That led me to this consumer protection journey. And woo, you know, the rabbit hole goes deep. So here's the deal. Hey, Vanessa. Here's the deal. I titled this on Facebook, and I don't know what I'll put it on YouTube, because YouTube act real funny when you use certain words. But on Facebook, I titled this, Let Them Violate You. Why you should let them violate you. And here's what I mean. This is going to be a consumer protection video in case you did not know. Very hot topic right now, something that I'm really enjoying studying, learning about, even though it is not for the weak, right? But what I'm seeing, and you know, kudos to you if you're on this journey with me and you're trying to learn your rights so that you can enforce them, not only for yourself but also for your family, because this is something, right, that we can pass on to our children, and it could literally change the trajectory of our future generations. He says, yes, I am. Your title 15 USC got me energized from past exposure. That's so good. And I'm getting a lot of great feedback from that video. Really happy about it. In a day and age where everybody is so hypnotized by entertaining things, it's refreshing, and it's very nice to see people that really truly want to be educated, right? But along with that though, there's some caveats. Because I'm seeing people that are like, oh, I heard that you could get the top car title for free. I want to just walk in a dealership and tell them I want this car and walk out with the car. Oh, do you really now? Well, of course you do. We all would love that. But what is the probability of that actually happening? Slim to none. Is it impossible? No. But is it highly probable? Heck no. There are very few people who are able to accomplish that feat. And the ones that have been studying for years. And let me tell you something. They got a mouthpiece on them that you wouldn't believe. The average person is not going to do that and shouldn't even try that. You know why? Because there's power in allowing them to violate your rights. Doesn't sound like it. Let me explain. These books, they protect, well, I don't have the right one right here, but you know, all these laws, they protect our rights as consumers, right? And it's a if this then that type scenario. So if they do this to you, then you can ask for that, right? But you need the if before you get to the then that, right? So if you have a contract that contains violations that you can link to codes, 15 USC or either the CFRs, whatever you choose to use, right? If you can say, hey, this law says this, and per this contract, you didn't do that. See, now we have a connection. So now when we go to enforce our rights, we have something to enforce, right? If you do not have that contract showing the violations, then what you gonna do? You just gonna walk in the dealership and be like, hey, per Bankruptcy Act of 1933, there is no money, we don't owe nothing, everything is really silver and gold, and these are just debt notes, and now the finance manager looking at you like, somebody get a straight jacket, right? I used to work for Nissan of Colliers. No, what am I talking about? Not no Nissan of Colliers. I ain't work for them. I didn't work there that long, y'all. I made more friends than I made sales. But where did I work? Nissan. It was Nissan somewhere. Noonan. That's what it was. Man, please. I saw an ad online. I went to a orientation for 1 week, and I was on the floor. And they was like, this is how many cars you need to sell, and we don't care how you get it done. There was no consumer protection law stuff in there. If you came to my desk and you started telling me that I owe you money, that you were going to walk out with a car, do you know I would have been like, I ain't got time for this. I got to make a sale before the end of the day. My manager would, hey, take care of this crazy person. Right? Then the manager would have looked at you crazy. You got to understand that majority of people who are on the front line, they don't know nothing about this stuff. And their employer, do you understand that they don't have to know nothing about this stuff? Do you understand that what we are doing right now is something so very few people are going to stay the course and learn this stuff to enforce their rights, because they're going to give you the runaround so much that you're going to get tired. They're going to try to wear you down. You're going to get frustrated. They've been doing it for years. They have been charging us double, triple, 4 or 5 times, 7, 11 times the price of something for years. And you know what? Most of us are too tired working, trying to put food on the table, trying to survive, to come home and get in a dang on fair credit report. You crazy. I'm going to sit up here and watch Love is Blind on Netflix because season 2 is out. And I need to decompress, right? My boss stressing me at. The kids, they ain't doing their schoolwork. You think I'm going to come here and be like, affecting USC? No. The average person is not. And they know this. So even if you put expose, y'all laughing at me, but it's the truth. Am I making sense to you? So even if you expose yourself to it a little bit, trust me. Trust me, these people are skilled at scamming us. This is how they make their money. This is how they do it, right? So if you want to walk in a dealership and walk out without a car, without going through the process, again, it's possible. But it ain't highly probable. And good luck if you think you're just going to pick a house out at a new subdivision and go enforce your consumer protection laws and go to the closing table. And y'all, the contract is your evidence. And all these contracts contain violations. Again, the gentleman, there was a video 2 days ago. If you text hashtag mortgagevid, please learn how to spell, y'all. I need y'all to do this right, okay? Because if you do this right, my system will automatically send you the link. If you do it wrong, you have to wait till I wake up, right? And I get in a good mood, and then I have to manually send you the link. But if you text hashtag mortgagevid to 404-383-5953. Somebody put that in the comments for me. Somebody who can spell mortgagevid. Hashtag mortgagevid to 404-383-5953. Now that gentleman is in Texas. He got the title to his house free and clear. How many people do you know they get the title to the house and they didn't pay off their house, but they instead enforced their consumer protection? They learned the laws and then they enforced. See, because that's some of y'all like me. Y'all love to study. Y'all just, perpetual nerds. You put on your glasses and you just haven't had it with a good old book, right? So you study, but you don't enforce. You scared to talk. You scared to write. You scared to do anything without somebody giving you a stamp of approval and saying, you are worthy to act now. You just want to study. You're just a big old nerd. I am too. I get it. But you got to study and enforce. So if you get that video, then you'll hear the gentleman say, now he's in Texas and he's talking about stuff that goes on in Texas. Guess what? I'm in Georgia. So is what he's talking about applicable to me? No, because he's in Texas. I'm in Georgia. You see what I'm saying? So I can call him, I can inbox him, I can message him and be like, hey, can I holler at you for a quick second? Because I want to know more about what you did. What he gave me in that video is enough. That was a 15-minute video. It took me an hour to watch it. You know why? Because I slowed down the speed and I wrote down timestamps and I wrote down the things that he said that I had never heard of before. The things that I need to go look up. Not call him and be like, hey, can you clarify? No. So I'm telling y'all, your power is not necessarily in you harassing everybody that you see with results. Your power is actually in allowing them to, not mortgagevid, short for video. Hashtag mortgagevid to 404-383-5953, and you can hear it for yourself what he said he did. He gave you enough information. I know some of y'all are going to want it step by step, like what card stock did he use on the paper. He's not going to tell you that, okay? It doesn't even matter. He gave you enough to basically, I like to search out people that have results, so that number one, it builds my belief. Because I know, okay, if it happened for them, it can happen for me. I just got to do my part, right? Thank you so much, Janice Myers. I really appreciate you being a servant leader on this broadcast. Look at you, girl. What's the number again? 404-383-5953. I'm trying to say it sing-songy, right? So y'all remember it. Just like 800-588-2300 Empire. Boom. Right? I've never gotten carpet from them. But if I ever need carpet from them, I know their phone number by heart. So, anyway, guys, there's power in allowing them to violate you. A lot of the things that we get frustrated by, the good book says all things are working together for our greater good, right? So if you send a cease and desist and they still call you, great, document it. Take a screenshot of your phone history. Yeah, get your kid's phone, because y'all be like, I don't have 2 phones. You got 5 kids, and each one of them have a phone. What do you mean you don't have 2 phones? You better get one of them kids' phones, right? If they call you, after you told them not to call you, a cease and desist, because you're like, how do you draft a cease and desist? I know there was some medical collections on my credit report, and I did a verbal cease and desist. And let me tell you something, your girl was talking that talk, because I didn't have to send in not nan paper. I bet you they didn't call me. I bet you that crap was off my credit report. I bet you my score shot up, and I didn't send in nothing. So Asma is right. If you know who you are, then you know what to do. And if you do that thing well, baby, you ain't got to go through all this rigmarole. Now, am I always gonna not have to send in something? No. But what I'm saying is, sometimes y'all be asking me, what did you write here? I didn't write nothing. I just called them and let them know, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Now, once you say stop playing with me, because this ain't the streets, right? Right? This ain't the streets, right? Once you say stop playing with me, you got to tell them why they need to stop playing with you. So for that particular situation, when I had the medical collections on my credit report, I didn't look to the left and I didn't look to the right, and I didn't get distracted by this person talking about car titles and that person talking about mortgage. No, I was only focused on, what does the law say about medical stuff on my credit report? What does the law say about collections on my credit report? And then specifically medical collections on my credit report. I looked at that one thing. That's the other thing. Y'all got to focus. A lot of times y'all are getting nowhere fast because you all over the place. One person say, and it could even be me. Don't let me distract you. If I'm working on getting remedy from EWS and you want to attack T-Mobile, attack on, baby. All right? Maybe you need to take a break from me and not watch my videos because I'm a distraction to you. But it's up to you to decide what you want to focus on and then go after that. Now, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Some of y'all got 57,000 court cases out here. For what? For what? Right? Wherever you live, you filing the court cases in that same area. They like, here go Kim Millie again. Here go Kim Millie. Next case, Kim Millie. Next case, Kim Millie. Everybody at the courthouse think you're crazy. Right? You the county clown. Gotta power up. So, what was I saying? Y'all know I got a short attention span. So, what was I saying? What's the topic? Let them violate you. Yeah, you need the contract, right? And then if you have your contract, you see the violations. You're like, ooh, look, okay, the law says it's to say this. It doesn't say that. It looks close to that. But close to is not what it should be, right? As you start to understand verbiage, and guys, I mean, you really got to understand this thing. When we went on the money bag tour, Asma like broke this thing down. She was like, look at this law. She said, you see that semicolon there? What does a semicolon mean? See, and this is how they get us in this day and age. What is everybody doing? Text talk. I don't know what what y'all was saying? ASL, something ASL. Y'all be saying all this stuff online. I don't even know what y'all be talking about. I'm too old to know. We don't write words anymore. And they loving it. They loving it because they know that we are getting further. Forget not understanding legalese. We don't understand plain English. We're not writing whole words no more. They love it. So when we were at the Money Bag tour, it's not called that anymore now. It's called Take Back Your or something, her new book. But when we were at the Money Bag tour, there was a particular law, I forget which one it was. I would have to go back to my notes. I don't have no photographic memory. I don't claim to. But Osmo was like, and I got a master's degree. Y'all know I don't really care about that master's degree because it never got me paid. But I say that to prove a point. Here I am with a master's degree, and she's like, what does semicolon mean? I'm like, anybody? Luckily, there was a teacher there. And so the teacher had to explain to all of us what a semicolon. So when we say you have to understand, you have to slow down to speed up, you got to go through this book, y'all. And you can, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. You got to slow down. You got to read every word. You got to look at the punctuation. You got to know conjunction, junction. What's your function, right? Because if it says this and that, that means both. This and that means both have to happen, right? So if the dealership only did this, but they didn't do that, violation. You see what I mean? Right? These kids don't have the reading rainbow. I can, what is it called? And what's anywhere? Take a look. It's in our book, the reading rainbow. Right? These kids ain't got no dang on reading rainbow. What they got now? Cardi B. Right? They can roll their tongue and say, okay, but or whatever. But they can't talk. They can't talk no regular words, right? And the parents can't either. We can't help them out. I didn't even know what a semicolon is, right? But we got to get back to that. What does a colon mean? What does a semicolon mean? When something is joined by the two, what does that mean? Because when you understand that, see, now you have the power to enforce. Is this making sense? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So, while it's exciting and it's sexy to envision yourself puffing up your chest and walking in the dealership and saying, give me that Beamer. I know my rights. There is no money. The state, the United States is a corporation. They paid all my debts. That sounds real sexy. But it also sounds real crazy. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you what, I ain't like all these other consumer protection people, okay? I'm going to keep it real with your butt. You sound real crazy. And if you think that's going to happen with you, chances are it's not. There's only a few who have been able to pull that off. But you would do so much better, okay, to go in there, get your vehicle, let them violate your rights. Take that contract home, mark that sucker up, and then, and guys, when they come back with a rebuttal, look at what they're saying. A lot of times they will say what you need to do next. They're giving it to you. If you pay attention. They're not just going to give you the check, right? But they might say, well, we don't see how we did whatever, or we're not debt collectors, or we're not this, or whatever the case, whatever they make up. But again, you go to the law and you say, what does the law say? Because they know that even if you have the power to initially do those first few steps, if they give you some pushback, most likely they're gonna try to wear you down. So the power is in the contract. The power is in what they say back to you. The power is in them even not saying nothing back to you. Because if they don't say anything back to you, guess what that means? It means you're probably talking to the wrong person. Some of y'all up here with the customer service rep talking about the Bankruptcy Act of 1933. Baby! That person making $725 don't care nothing about you up here spitting them some consumer laws. You just fodder for the lunch break. Y'all laughing at, do you see what I'm saying? You can't call customer service with this crap. I'm a consumer. Like, ma'am, what you want? You gonna pay this bill or not? Okay, Miss Consumer. They don't care nothing about that. You got to know who to talk to, right? So I know some of y'all gonna mess with me and be like, well, Kim, who do I talk to? This is my situation. Don't do that, okay? Because I ain't got time to answer you. You got to know who to talk to. Get in the right circles. Look up stuff. Try things, right? Try it and see. Y'all know if y'all have asked me stuff, what y'all be like, Kim, should I see? I say, try it and see. and then come report back to me. Try it and see and report back to me. Right? What is it called? I was about to say cease and desist. What is it called? I don't know. It'll come to me. But anyway, I want y'all to think about it like this, right? There are certain laws in place right now. Somebody can come in your driveway, get out their car, right? And you be like, who is that in my driveway? But until they actually step foot in your house, and with some laws, you don't have a right to do certain things to them until they actually like trespass like in your house. You can be in a store, take the dang on headset, right? Put it in your chest. But until I walk out that store, I technically have not shoplifted. I've just kept it warm, right? I have to walk out, y'all laughing at me. I have to walk out the store with it in my bosom before you can say I'm a shoplifter. I have to commit the crime, right? You can't apprehend me and be like, you about to shoplift? About to doesn't count, right? You have a much stronger case if I do the thing. Now you can penalize me for doing the thing that I should not have done. Is this making sense to you? Right. Okay. Somebody said right. Okay. Because I really want it to make sense to you. Because y'all have these illusions of grandeur. Right? Y'all done become consumer protection superheroes. Right? Then you go in the dealership and you come out pissed. And the whole town talk about you. Now, I'm not going to say you should worry about people's opinion. Because if you're going to do this, you definitely shouldn't worry about people's opinions. Okay? But I'm just saying, let's go the path of least resistance. Let's make things, quote unquote, easy on ourselves. Right? Let them violate you. Because when they do so, the paperwork containing the violations, it's going to serve as your evidence. And there's no need to fear court when you understand how to navigate the courts. When we say consumer empowerment, I know that word empowerment is really misused and abused nowadays, but I'm telling y'all, even before you have your remedy, even before you have your first win, just as you study this stuff and something that was completely foreign to you starts to kind of like make sense by osmosis, you know, as you study the etymology of these words, as you get back to the basics and study stuff that you forgot about, I ain't gonna need that. As you put down this text talk that we're doing and get back to speaking English and really, really learning, just saying, like one day having the revelation that something that you didn't understand, you now understand, just that is empowering. Let me tell you something. I promise you, I'm telling you from experience. So, this stuff is cool. This stuff is sexy. But it can get you hemmed up if you don't do it the right way. So, again, slow down to speed up. Don't act like just because you know the bankruptcy law or all. Again, these people don't know this stuff. They're trying to survive. Just like you were doing before you got into this consumer protection stuff. They just gonna call the manager. And the manager don't even know. Okay? So, just, you know, if you're serious about this, get in other circles where people are serious because they will help you out. But understand, it's going to take some time. But the thing is, once you got it, you got it. And then as you pass it on to your children, that's what I'm excited about. I'm 42 years young. Okay? Now, what I'm really excited about is my son who's 12 years old. Once I get this, then he going to get it too. Because I'm going to tell him. And now he's going to enforce he's going to know and enforce his rights way earlier than the age of 42. That's what I'm excited about. That's what keeps me going when I'm discouraged. That's what makes me burn the midnight oil. Even though y'all know, if y'all know me in real life, y'all know I love my sleep. Okay? But I just want to share this. We got to take these things step by step. Okay? All right. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, do all the things that pay me. Mostly share it, guys. With people that you think will want to go on this journey with you, because it does help when you have a buddy. All right. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the great feedback. Thank you for the people who stayed on. You could do a lot of things with your time. The fact that you spend it with me means the world to me. And also, you know, despite some people who say some things I don't too much care for in my inbox, thank you for all the people who have said really great things. I'm serious. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it, okay? All right. Talk to y'all later.